fit, fun mum needs to feel energetically and physically free. So let's start with a child's pose where we open the knees, sink our hips back, crawl the fingers forward and start to lift through the upper back. We're arching through the upper back, slowly moving back through our upper back to feel that stretch. Come up onto our hands and knees, hands directly underneath our shoulders. Angry cat, happy cat. Sinking down, really feeling that stretch. The hips naturally tilt out and then we arch right up. Let's breathe in as we arch up. Breathe out as we come down. Coming into downward facing dog and just getting familiar with the stretch here for today, noticing any tightness in the back of the legs, noticing the strength through the arms. Think shoulders down and just swaying side to side. And then when we're ready, we're coming into a plank, lowering down to the floor and lifting up. Thinking to squeeze the glutes, just to keep our core on. And we are going to open up the upper back by lifting up into Cobra, breathing in, breathing out. And as you can see, we're changing positions with the hands. The hands are in towards the body, then they're slightly out. Lift as far as what feels comfortable for you. So if you feel anything in your back, you don't go as high up. If it feels good, go a little bit higher. Change the positions of your arms just to feel that nice stretch. Now we're going into crossover stretch where we weave one hand underneath and we'll just sink down into the mat. Notice the hips are up in the air, so we've got a bit of pressure on our shoulder here. Noticing the stretch on this side. How does your right side feel? Just breathing deeply into the tummy. Notice the rise and fall of your tummy. Lengthen that arm by crawling the fingers forward and then sink back down. Just exploring the different positions and pressure on that shoulder there. And then weaving the arm the other way. You can slowly sink back just to notice the stretch through the shoulder change. Notice the little bit more pressure as we play around with that position. You can tilt the position of your arms. Now we're going into a hip stretch and we're going straight into that. But we lift one leg, bring it forward, stretch, and now we're going to lift one arm over. Notice how the shoulder goes right back and over. The other hand is leaning against the leg because it's all about the stretch and opening here. Feel that stretch underneath the armpit, through the rib section and through the back. From here, we're going to open the heart space, going onto our knees. And we are bringing our hands back, fingers back, and we are opening up our chest. Allow your head to tilt backwards. Not an easy position, but once we're there, we're there. And if we can, lift those hips up and really notice the strength of your glutes, the opening of your hips, the opening of your chest, your heart space. You're freeing your body by stretching and allowing yourself to open up. Remember to breathe. And then when you're ready, we're going to do the other side. We're stretching it. That hip comes forward. And then when you're ready, we're lifting that arm over our head. So we've got our right knee forward, left hand over. It's all about shoulder back and leaning to the side. Think shoulder back, lean to the side and breathe. Well done. Once again, back into that seated heart opener position, opening up the chest. We're opening up the stomach, the hips, locking the hands together and either leaning in forward slightly or all the way. Noticing this great stretch through the shoulders and the upper back. What a stretch, what an opener. Well deserved. Slowly coming out of that position. back onto all fours, and we're mobilizing and opening up the shoulders even more. The hand is at the head and it's lifting up and down. Remember to breathe in and then breathe out as you lift up. Take that elbow as far up and back as you can. Notice the twist through your body. The hips are square, but the arm goes right back. We're just doing 2 on each side. And then when you're ready, we're going to stretch our neck, holding our head gently with our hand, guiding it to the side. Guiding it to the side and in front, locking the hands behind the head and guiding it forward, noticing the stretch at the base of the neck, and then the other side. Guiding the head to the side, noticing a great stretch. We're relieving any unserving energy that we carry through those shoulders. Super important to breathe and relax here. We're going to open up through our backs. So we're going to put one leg over the other and turn to the side. Notice how one hand is straight and it's pushing against that leg. We really want to twist. I'm going to show you what I mean. The leg is straight, the other leg is over. I'm really twisting to the side, pushing against that. Should feel a nice stretch through the upper back. In yoga poses, it's nice to feel a stretch through twisting, allowing our body to move in ways that we don't normally. Really twist, push against that leg. Think shoulder back, think right shoulder back. Then when you're ready, we're really going to open up through our shoulders. So our right arm is bent to the side and then we're pushing out from the floor. So we're lying on our tummy, now we're pushing out almost like we're going to roll onto our side or roll off from our tummy, but we are feeling the stretch through our arm. Just rolling, just keeping that position and just keeping that arm straight. We're just getting familiar with how it feels to stretch on this side, underneath the armpits. Does it feel tight? Bend your elbow. Stay on the side of your body. You're just relaxing into this position. And shortly we're going to move to the other side. So as you can see, we're bending the arm, keeping the hand close to the body, and then we're lifting up. So you can see the hips are as back as they can. Almost like we're going to flip over onto the side. So twisting away. And once again, stretching on the side, almost like we are in a recovery position. Just enjoying a nice gentle stretch and observation. One leg straight, the other leg is bent. Thinking knee to the floor and shoulder to the floor. Opposite shoulder to the floor, opposite knee to the floor. They don't actually have to touch the floor, but the more you position them or guide them down, the more of a stretch you get. Remember, you should be able to still breathe. You should still feel like you're having a good stretch and you are breathing. Other side. So one leg straight, the other one bent. The more of a twist you have through your hips, the more you'll feel a stretch in through that area. The more you push your shoulder down, the more of a stretch you'll feel through the upper, through the shoulders, through the upper body. Just stretching as far as what feels comfortable. Bending both knees, tucking them in towards the chest. We're neutralizing that twisting motion that we just did. Feeling a stretch through the lower back, through the glutes. Think shoulders down to the floor. And then when we're ready, rocking back and forth, feeling a nice massage on those muscles as we roll back and forth until we finally sit all the way up. Rolling those shoulders back, noticing how our body feels as it sits up. We might need to breathe through the mouth. And then reaching to the sky, bringing it into our heart space, noticing how grateful we are for taking that time today. Well done, you.